Hi there, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. So let's do a check-in reading for you, see what comes up, what you need to know, any guidance, and anything that Spirit has for you. Do check your sun, moon, rising of these readings, sun, moon, rising, and Venus of these readings. So if your sun or moon or rising or Venus is not a fire sign placement, do check the other ones, air, water, or water or earth, so you get a complete and accurate picture and which one resonates the most with you at this particular energy that you are holding. You might revisit it because also these readings are timeless and energy bound, so you might revisit one that didn't, you was like, okay, and then you revisit it and it's like, aha. So I'm 100% sure that you will have takeaways from each of the readings. I would also check your individual readings. Seeing as there's not a new one up, it means it's still very valid. And like I said, the energies, the intentions of when I've read it. So if I put, for example, April or May monthly, if you are called to it at a later date, there's something there for you. And I will be doing the monthlies shortly. So fire placements, let's see what we've got. Judgment, the World card, the Four of Wands. I actually just want to shuffle again because although I did pre-shuffle, these are cards that came out in yesterday's reading. And the fourth was the Justice card, so we're going to take that into account. But it definitely means that I did shuffle because I didn't have the Justice card in all my readings yesterday. So let's see, whatever needs to come out will come out. I'm actually being called to use another deck, and maybe that's why, to start off your reading. And I'm going to do that. I sometimes use this to end additional messages, but we're going to look right now and see what messages we get for you. One's already popped out, one's reversed, and we'll take one more, please, Spirit. So yeah, this deck was calling. Let's see what we've got. We've got instinct, gossip, and completion. Instinct. So your gut is telling you and giving you messages. I feel like your spirit guides is around you this week. Your intuition is very on point. This reading is going to last until you see another elemental reading. Like I said, it's timeless. So even though I say this week, it could be over the next couple of weeks until I do, until you see another reading up, or if you're called to this reading. So, but right now, your intuition is on point, and you might have felt this with the recent moon cycle. I would say also maybe take time to tap into that, especially for those of you that are seeking answers. I just want to make a note because I am, okay, yeah. I wanted to ask for those of you that want a yes or no question, we'll do it at the end. Gossip. This card is really connected to the heart chakra. What this tells me is sometimes that there can be obviously gossip around us, but more so it's about our perception of people. And, if they're gossiping, what is our perception of them? If they're negative in their gossiping, obviously we know that, but sometimes we can look upon someone in a negative way from our own perceptions or our own experiences. And this is telling you to look at anyone you're dealing with from a different perspective and see if that makes more sense for you, and see if that releases any negative holding you have against that person. Granted, if that person is a gossiper, if that person is negative and that's what you see through, that is absolutely fine. It's just for some of you, you might be able to take a different perspective on something. Completion. We had the world, didn't we, as accomplishment. You've got completion here. So you've got a cycle that's coming to an end, and another one will obviously open. With this completion card as well, sometimes it tells us that we can serve others and help others it is connected to our creativity, our sacral chakra. And here you have your crown chakra, obviously. But I just want to check something out. Make sure that I'm aligned with it. How do I respond to the idea of completion? This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect your part in history, discover what you value most. Don't fear completion, embrace it. So really for me, it aligns with the World card that was coming out for you, and it's about, you know, achievement, the cycle ending, reflecting on the journey, reflecting on the achievement that you've done so far, determination, fulfillment. I would also say with that fire signs is there was something I wanted to say. It's not reflection. I wanted to say something. It'll come to me. So really, your crown chakra, your heart chakra, like I said, different perspective. But also, you know, don't be naive around certain people. If you do see through certain people their negativity, then that's what you see. If it's about naivety, just be careful around the people around you. Let's see if the tarot brings up this. And your completion, achieving the journey, reflecting on the journey, you know, closing out a new cycle will open obviously for you, and really connecting to maybe your creativity to start that new cycle. Let's kick into the tarot and see what we get. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles jumped out, but let's see. Before I started shuffling. So messages for fire signs, please, Spirit. I knew that card was going to pop out, and that's why I said let's see the tarot. Okay, there's definitely messages for you popping out. We've got the Emperor, Aries, your energy. We've got the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, the Five of Wands. So all of that is fire. All of that is action. All of that is driven. It's your element. But looking at this card and this card, they're very much matching. So there's conflict, there's disagreement here, there's rife, there's misunderstanding, and this needs to end. Who is this with? We need to understand, and we'll get better clarity, but it's very much aligned with this card, and that's what I was thinking was going to come out as well. There's a couple of cards that I'm wondering going to come out in terms of tarot. The Emperor tells me that you're probably being asked to step into a leadership role, and take action towards this, all right? This could also be stepping up into more mature role when it comes to the rife, the disagreement that's around you, okay? Some of you could not be wanting these extra responsibilities, and you'll find a way to manage your time better too. Focus on making a schedule if you are being asked to take responsibilities, to stay organized. This is some of you, you know, in terms of your work. If it's new business ideas, this will be coming to you as well. Write them down. At some point this week, you may fall into old thinking patterns, and that's where I think it's important, and the Two of Swords just jumped out, for you to make sure that you would recognize that. Two of Swords, there's a difficult, challenging decision, but I think here with that Ten of Swords as well on the bottom deck, you might be thinking, you might have anger and you might have fear in terms of the direction you're going in. This might be to do with work, the new business idea. You know, it could be to do with this life that you're involved in, so, you know, some drama around you. Aries, the Emperor, leadership, taking that leadership, mature perspective. That's what I'm really getting with that. Some of you, it could be to do with drama around, I feel like it's a workplace, a boss, team members, and I feel like this is actually telling you to be the more mature one and take action, step up to it in a more mature way. The Death card comes up, so you could have a challenging decision which you need to make around this. Like I said, I think it's to do with the people around you strongly feeling working environment, whether you have a business, whether you have a job, and there is going to be an end of a cycle. There's going to be a death to this, which is a completion here that we're seeing as well. With the Instinct card and the Two of Swords, I feel like Spirit is telling you to really tap into your intuition at this moment in time. If you're single, I feel like some of you might be feeling that you're ready for a new connection. Now with Mercury retrograde, the past can come up. We'll see if that comes up. I've had a card fly out, which was the Seven of Swords, a Seven of Cups. Interesting, I say Seven of Swords, and the Tower. I feel like whatever bubble land you've been in terms of wishful thinking, but maybe they've not been tangible to come to the 3D, or you've been very lustful about something, you know, in terms of your wishes, your manifestation, this is coming to an end, and you're going to have a reality check in terms of that. Maybe that's where you're like, I don't want the reality check right now. And I sometimes understand that, because, you know, you could be in an area where you just don't feel you can handle it. But there is something that you have been wishing upon, whether it's across your manifestations, your dreams, your work, your home, your family, love life, that has been a bit superficial. And I don't mean because fire signs are not very superficial, especially Sag. What I mean is you've had, you know, wishful thinking, which we all have, and that is coming to an end, to drive you, a Tower, to put it to an end, to drive you to possibly make a decision that you need to decide on. Although I feel like this decision is where you're trying to, I don't want to take responsibility for this life, I just want to stay away from it. Any more messages for fire signs concerning the Tower and the Death card? Tower and the Death card. We've got a card pop out. Seven of Cups, clarification. Seven of Cups, Seven of Cups. More messages on the Seven of Cups. Okay. So firstly, in terms of the Tower and Death card, some of you, it's definitely to do with partnership, and it could be love, it could be the partnership of your contract at work. That is coming to an end, you know, and that's not where the Tower is actually coming. It's not if you love your job, it's going excellently. It's actually if you've been thinking to make a decision which has not been very easy for you to make, but you know your gut is telling you this is not healthy, you need to end it, then it's about this partnership or ending that is actually going to lead you in a better direction. When I asked for the clarification of the Seven of Cups, we get the Queen of Wands here. Now this is telling me it's really about owning your energy. It's owning your stance, knowing your worth. If this Seven of Cups indicates, you know, past maybe come back from reconciliation, or maybe you'll notice your old triggers are coming in about love and relationships in general. Remember that you're creating the life you want with the universe, and that's where you need to stay away from the Seven of Cups, because sometimes with the Seven of Cups, what you wish for comes to reality. So are you wishing for something that's tangible, or are you just putting wishes out there without actually thinking, if it comes to life, do I want it? Don't pay attention to your fears or negative thoughts. Write them down and burn them if you need to, or write them down, get them out of your mind. Your energy is going to reset, you know, with the Death card, the Tower, the completion. There's a big major reset for you. I actually feel some of you might be feeling that you need time out to rest, and if you do, I would honor that. You know, we've had some with the solar eclipse and energies. We've had some energies that if you're going through an ascension, you definitely need some time out. So I would definitely do that. Your cards are talking. They are talking the devil, letting go of attachments. You know, you've got the tower, the devil, the death, letting go of negative thoughts, letting go of anything you're attached to that you know is not healthy for you. And then we've also got the Eight of Pentacles. So really get down to what you're working on, what you're trying to manifest. You know, you're working hard to bring something to fruition. And some of you, it's telling you continue, keep going. There's a break. I feel with this Eight of Pentacles, there's a breakthrough coming for you. I'm going to clarify that in a moment. But for those of you where this is around work, you know, I feel with that, it's telling you that, one second, please. It's telling you that with these cards, you know, I feel, and the Emperor as well, I feel that you've been trying to work hard at keeping this job, maintaining, even staying in the department where you could move to another department, really trying to maintain something that's very toxic for you that you need to release. Okay, you've been trying to work at it for a very long time, and there is, you know, you could be feeling quite isolated. And if it's not healthy for you, you need to walk away from it. That's where, you know, maybe the boss is not stepping up. You've had to step up and take action. And maybe this is where you feel like this is the end of this dynamic partnership of work, whatever it is. For others of you, like I said, it's bringing I feel like you're going to have an epiphany, all right, where you've tried not to see something, and there is going to be a clearance and coming through for you, where you've been trying to work on something and you've been quite isolated. Maybe you felt it's not been coming through as fast maybe as you wish for. I want to get further clarification. So is this that you're not seeing something clearly, or is it that you need to continue working on it because there will be a breakthrough? You know, not seeing something clearly, are you trying to be blind to the reality of something? Page of Pentacles, there is something coming through. Some of you could be moving into an area or an industry where you are new. You're not, you know, if you move out this job cycle, you might move into something that you're new. You're going to feel you're the newbie, or it's a new skill. But it's saying a breakthrough is coming for you. You know, it's just a bit slow. This could be a transfer to a job offer, a different department. This could also be in terms of your a new job offer. You know, the abundance maybe that you've been trying to work on. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me there's a closing of the cycle, which we know with the World card, and there's a new cycle opening. The universe has your back, and I do feel there's abundance around you. The Page of Wands, someone who has a lot of creative ideas, and there's a little bit of fear there, but it's telling you to go for it because there's a new cycle opening for you, and there's the trust the gut. I do think there's abundance around you. Stop confusing yourself with this page energy that you're less of, you know. Some of you need to get out in the sun and maybe ground yourself, and I've got a card to really confirm that. Six of Cups is maybe where past reconciliation comes in. It could be also nostalgic energy of when you're looking back and you're not happy where you are right now. You know, you need to move away. We can see that for some of you from these cards. Most of you in different areas of your life, you need to move away from this. Stop holding yourself in this negative energy and crying over what you don't have. Move away from it. You've got the Six of Cups, which also could mean new soulmate energy, but don't fall back in nostalgia. Where I said do some grounding and healing, this is also a wish fulfillment. Really get out in nature, ground yourself. The Star card is also Aquarius energy. Some of you could have Aquarius placements. You could be cross-watching. I'm getting that for some of you. But I think you need to honor your healing, because earlier I said if you need to, just take some time out when you feel you need to rest, and also gain some renewal, you know, have faith, and trust in your instinct. You know, it's about spirituality. There's natural cycles of your body that need rest with this star card, and there is personal growth on the horizon and a renewed appreciation for blessings that are coming in for you. You know, while I say that, while there's this healing, I can't help recognize that the person is also smelling the flower in that cup, you know, so it's recognizing the small things. You know, there's a need to nurture yourself. Some of you will feel that, and I would say honor it, honor the feelings to flow and the light to be shed in parts of you that need a little extra energy. But you can do it if you don't see the beauty. You know, you can't do it if you don't see the beauty all around you. And if you're in this sort of devil energy, Two of Swords, devil energy, I mean sort of if you're held back by something toxic or your mind or an environment, go out and dance with the rain, go out, ground yourself, spend time with people you admire. If you are isolated, do things that you love to do. The Ace of Swords is telling me there's a breakthrough for you. There is a breakthrough. It's a great time to you start a new project if you've been thinking to, but there's a breakthrough on what you've been working on. I feel a lot of you have been quite resilient, and there's a breakthrough in terms of that. People admire you. Someone who's comfortable in their own skin and energy is what people would admire. You're going to notice people are going to look at you differently as well when you step into sort of this energy of really looking after yourselves. Look at you differently when you actually nurture yourself, and it can be very difficult in difficult situations. I totally understand that, you know, especially if you're in a bit of a pickle or you feel your hands are tied in a situation. But really do take time out to honor your body, because also as I've been doing this, I've been feeling the need to. So I do feel some of you are needing to do that, but there is a breakthrough here, okay? Whatever you've been trying to work on is coming through for you. So no matter what it is, try to live your life and go out from the energy of possibly of what's keeping you feeling down. Let's get you a soul truth card, fire signs. Card for fire signs. Okay, I only wanted one, but I continued to shuffle as I fell into a space mode. So it means that we need two for you. Okay, how can I surrender even more to this moment? So absolutely, look at that card. It's essential for you, fire signs, to have a clear, strong intentions of what you desire, but it's equally important to detach from the outcome and also let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you can't see, but know it's coming. That's beautiful, because you know when we're trying to work on something like the Eight of Pentacles and we're burning out, it's kind of like, what I'm trying, even if it's about your love life, right? About attracting the right person, or if it's about work, whatever it is, sometimes we can keep going deeply. And the card tells you, know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You're not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Okay. I would say, you know, you can use the mantra of I surrender, I accept all that cannot change, I release the outcome, and I am joyful, trusting in the process. So that could be an affirmation. And here we've got, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me. This is interesting. So you've got two polarities where you have to balance doing with balance trusting. So those of you that might be, you know, leaving the wheel to the universe too much, this could be telling you that you need to do some action. But but also understand that you have the power to take the life into your hands, your life, your direction of life. New cycle is open up. You have the power to steer that wheel, that cycle, that wheel of fortune in a direction. It's also a polarity with the wheel of fortune, because the universe tells you trust it, because the universe has your back. So it's very similar to these two cards. You know, ask yourself what risk you can actually take to move towards your dreams. And I think this is around the Two of Swords. You know what decision you need to make if you're feeling you're in this right now. If you're feeling you need to break through from a toxic environment or people or what it is. And I think that's where you're asked to take that choice, to take that decision that you see so clearly. But use your discernment, make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others, basically. No more waiting maybe for this boss that's not taking or stepping up to end the rife and the toxicity that's around you. That's where we got right at the beginning of your card. Maybe you need to step up and be mature and do the right thing for you. It says, no more thinking, only doing. Be brave and you will discover what you're really made of. Wild souls, strong hearts cannot lose. How beautiful is that? So there's some of you that are not taking action to move yourself from something that's toxic and release yourself. Those of you that are taking action and are working diligently hard on something but not seeing the fruition of something, is telling you to trust in the universe. And if you feel your body needs a bit of rest, then you need to take that rest as well. So that's what we're getting on those cards for you, fire signs. I did say, do you want to? I didn't say, do you want to? Oh, for those of you that have a yes and no question, let's pull a card and see. Obviously use your discernment and your intuition as well, because you're best placed. Okay, so we've had a card come out, but I'm actually not going to take it until I ask the question. So, dear spirit guides, I need to know a yes or no to the question being asked. Appreciation. Okay. I think some of you, I think this is actually telling you to appreciate the situation you're in, the journey that you're taking. I think this relates to someone who's asking about, am I going to get this soon? Am I going to get money coming in? Am I going to get clients? And am I going to get this new job offer? You're in an angst mode of, I cannot see when this is coming through for me. And this is telling you to trust this journey, have appreciation. Okay, I am not getting a yes or no with this. I'm getting a maybe. I'm getting use your discernment. I'm getting different choices. If you're in this toxic environment, I'm telling you, without that card, right, you need to move away from it. Okay, that's your move away. But for others of you, that question is really about appreciating the surroundings, appreciating your journey, and things are going to come to fruition, like we saw with the Ace of Swords. So that's beautiful for you, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. I hope you enjoyed this check-in reading, and I'll see you in your next one. Bye for now.